Better late than never. That's right. This footage is from December, and I'm just now putting it up. What can I say? I'm a rebel, flouting unwritten rules and thumbing my nose at social norms. Also, I'm a slowpoke. Hi, I'm Irene, and call me Molasses. Welcome to Inkworks. In this session, I'm sharing a couple of items I received last Christmas. The Pilot Parallel Fountain Pen first appeared in a previous video, and there will be a link to that in the description, so you can see the complete package with accessories. But the ink vent bottle was a last-minute surprise, and it's being shown here for the first time. Not that it's a new product, no. It's from one of DIAMINE's annual ink vent calendars, the 2022 green edition to be precise. This color is spiced apple, and it's what they call a chameleon ink. How I understand it is basically it's a shimmer ink, but the shimmer is color shifting depending on lighting and viewing angles. But you'll see for yourself later on during the writing sample. Gotta admit, I'm enamored with the bottle. Due to its curviness, yes, but also its weight. Woe to any intruder on the Inkworks premises. I'm positive that a lob of this thing to the noggin will leave quite a mark. But best of all, it contains a whole 50 milliliters of inky goodness. Since the Pilot Parallel didn't include an ink converter, I flushed out the included ink cartridge and refilled it with spiced apple. The term parallel refers to the nib, which is not the usual sort with tines, but rather it has two metal plates pressed together. Although it's not demonstrated here, they can be removed from the feed for thorough cleaning. A small, flexible shim is also included in the pen's packaging. It can be inserted between the plates to clear any blockages, such as ink particulates or paper fibers. To flush out an ink cartridge, I simply take it to the bathroom sink and use a small item, such as a mini screwdriver or the end of a dab tool, to push down the little plastic seal. Then I hold it under running water and, if necessary, use a blunt-tipped syringe to rinse out any stubborn ink remnants. That creates a nice clean cartridge ready to fill with my chosen ink. Just remember to have a rag or paper towels at hand so you aren't leaving ink stains everywhere. This pen, I love the chisel-like marks, and the 1.5 milliliter size is as large as I'd want to go for my style of writing. This is the smallest in their lineup. Other nib sizes are 2.4, 3.0, 3.8, 4.5, and 6.0. If I were to get one of those, it would most likely be for art applications. To my eyes, the base color appears to be an almost candy apple red, similar to DIAMINE's Red Dragon, while the chameleon effect looks to be gold and greenish gold tones. But I'm unsure if that's all in the shimmer or if it's a combination of shimmer and sheen. In any case, it's a delightful effect. But now I'm reminded of the children's cartoon series and toy line called Shimmer and Shine. I think it was popular around 10 years ago. We certainly purchased enough of those dolls for our young relatives. The cute little characters were genies, right? How strange, yet brilliant. The possibilities with genies are endless. And where were the grown-up versions? You know, collectible fashion dolls in harem pants with lamp-like living quarters. with the added feature of recorded phrases like, as you wish, and of course you can wish for more wishes. Yes, I was jealous. By the way, we had a storm the other night and temporarily lost our power. It happens some winters here, but not regularly enough for us to be well prepared. Sure, we have flashlights and candles, but that didn't stop me from wondering how long it would take before we started gnawing on each other. Let me explain. Cannibalism is not a particular interest of mine, but we'd watched the new movie, Society of the Snow, earlier that evening. It's a dramatization of an actual plane crash in the Andes Mountains back in 1972. It was big news at the time, although I was only a toddler, so I didn't learn about it until later in life. It's pretty amazing that anyone was able to live through it, and the movie shows their efforts for survival. Intense and riveting. It's a very well done movie. Now I want to read the book by Pablo Vierci. There have been other books and films based on this event, both dramatized and documentarized. That includes the 1993 movie Alive, which used Piers Paul Reed's book as its source. They're the same events, but if you're going to only watch one of the movies, make it Society of the Snow. I found it much more gripping and realistic. A viewing experience I won't soon forget. Whereas, I'm embarrassed to say, I had forgotten about watching Alive several years ago. By the way, don't confuse it with the 1974 horror movie, It's Alive. Sure, there are unfortunate casualties in both, but one is a moving testament to human strength and resilience. The other is about a vicious homicidal infant. Just warning you. I don't know what my older brother was thinking when he took me with him to see It's Alive at the cinema. Before that movie, I had happy memories of the milkman. Afterward, whenever I think of milk deliveries, all I can picture is the scene where the milkman gets yanked into the back of his truck. There are sounds of broken bottles, then a cut to milk pouring out of the truck onto the pavement, gradually changing from white to red as it trickles down the road. Hey, it's not healthy to keep that stuff inside, both literally and figuratively. So I choose to share the trauma, because I'm too cheap to seek professional help. I'm happy to share this pen and ink session. The parallel fountain pen is fun to use, and I encountered zero performance issues. I get the feeling, though, that a 1.1 millimeter would work better for my writing preferences, so I'll be keeping an eye out for stub nib options on future fountain pens. My experience with chameleon inks is limited, but I can't deny that this one is extremely attractive. At various angles, the shimmering and sheening properties are both surprising and delightful. Until next time, make sure you've queued up the right title for movie night. There's nothing as disappointing as a switcheroo, like when I tasted cocktail sauce for the first time while thinking it was ketchup. And stay at your own pace, my friends.